Hi everyone, my name is Geraldine Lopez, and today I'm going to talk about some of the issues with the use of technology and implementing it into the classroom. Issues of importing new literacies directly into the curriculum. Let's start with that. Well, is it a district initiative? First, districts or sometimes coordinators will give you a set of plans on how to incorporate technology or new literacies in general into your curriculum. If it's not a district move, this is going to be a challenge because there are many things that now you will be liable and responsible for. We'll talk about some of those in the coming up presentation slides. Finding or choosing the appropriate platform. Now, this is one of the first questions that you need to be able to ask yourselves when you are thinking about incorporating a technology. What particular skills are you working on, and how is this going to benefit the subject or the curriculum that you're actually working with? Mobile devices, iPads, web pages, what in particular are you looking for, and how are you going to implement it? Professional development and teacher training. Now, this is a pretty big problem in the sense that are you getting some type of help? Are you getting some type of training in order to be able to teach or to implement these into your curriculum? That's going to be a challenge because sometimes the training, it's expensive or could be expensive, or sometimes there is no time for it. Is your district perhaps providing such professional development? Those are some of the challenges and questions that you're going to keep in mind. Let's go with teaching students platforms. This could take a problem, this could be an issue, because obviously it will take time from content in order to train them to get to that point. Lastly, funds, budgets. Every technology and all the platforms that you're going to be using are going to need some type of license. So you need to pay for subscriptions, and some of them are free. Now, what are you looking for is really the big question, but depending on what you're looking for and what websites or what I should say platforms there are available, that's one of the things that you need to keep in mind because that can certainly affect your ability to actually implement any form of new literacy into your curriculum. Issues of attaching assessment grades to new literacies implemented into your curriculum. So first of all, do you combine content and mastery of technology into the rubric when students are working with, let's say, a particular technology? That is really a question that you would have to work with your coordinators if you're working with a district-wide initiative, or if it's on your own, that is something that you must keep in mind as you're uh, creating or designing such curriculum. Does your administration and coordinators approve of such criteria? That is to say, if you do combine content and technology use, that's one of the things that you got to be able to, I guess, um, manage to do. Communicate with your coordinators about what they think is appropriate. Remember, even though we, in one sense or another, create our curriculums or make them, design them in ways that we believe are best for our students, sometimes we must be able to check and be aware of what the vision is of our coordinators. Will such implementation affect particular groups of students? Now, not all students have the skills or even the training or even the access to new technologies, and that's going to be a challenge because if you're going to assess students, sometimes grade them based on their ability to work with these things, you have to be sensitive to those particular groups of students who perhaps don't have access. Excuse me. Issues of curriculum design that focuses on teaching students how to use specific software and focuses only on technical aspects of new technology use. Coordinators may have a hard time understanding the philosophy behind such a design if you're not, per se, a technology teacher. I think that that would be something that you would have to really think about and, consider. Content. You usually need some type of content or subject in order to work with whatever particular technology it is that you're trying to teach. So it doesn't really make sense, I guess I should say, if you just want to teach the particular subject without, of using it as part of using a subject in order to have students practice this skill on whatever software or technology they're using. Time consuming. This is, of course, like anything that you do, it will take time from the actual content. And lastly, technology changes. If you put a lot of effort into one particular technology, will this technology become old at some point? Will it become a technology that perhaps students are not really going to need? I mean, those particular skills are skills that you need to be able to know are going to build on students' ability to, I guess, progress. Literacy and the future. Okay, so the future that our current students, I'm sorry, will experience will be different, and by that I mean it will be a world where digital technology and even education itself will be very different, and students will be very exposed to technology in every sense of their lives, a lot more than probably we are at this point. So what does that mean? Well, it means that exposing and preparing students in new literacies will better equip students for that world. I believe that it is our responsibility and our duty as teachers to be aware of this and to be able to build on students' skills in technology to get them ready for the future. Teachers should consider the impact that their effort will have in their students' ability to succeed in order to better prepare them for the future, as I said before. And logically and morally sound, I think teachers and school districts should collaborate on emphasizing the importance of training students for the future. Therefore, implementing technology into your curriculum. And I mean new literacies, allowing students to work with particular sites, blogs, use apps, use their phones, iPads, maybe not in the classroom, but even outside of the classroom, is really, really preparing students in one way or another for what the future will hold for them. Thank you very much for seeing this presentation. Images from Google, those are some of the credits, and video capture with Camtasia 2 for Mac. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.